Welcome to our live Q&A. My name is Tracy Matson. I'm a certified professional dog trainer and behavior consultant, and I live in Utah. If this is your first time, please, when you jump on the chat, just give me your full, first and last name and state or country, and that will enter you into our drawing. That we will do around 6:30. And I have an announcement to make at 6:30 as well, so you won't want to miss that. In the meantime, feel free to ask your training questions, behavior questions. I'm here to answer all of your stuff. I had hey Nicole, I know where you're from, but thank you anyway. So I want to talk while people are getting on, because I saw a post today in the community about noise. And actually, on my own Facebook feed, somebody was asking about helping a dog get over thunder. And so, hey, Renee. So I thought that I would talk about noise tonight. Let me put Brian down because I know Brian is coming. It's been windy, rainy, so I'm sniffling, not because I'm sick, but just allergies. Hi, Renee. Okay. So what you do, and my phone is in the other room being charged, but that's okay. So we're just let's take fireworks as an example. Facebook user, like Broken Bone, like this. So I bought me a sled dog harness and a kick bike scooter this week. Can't wait for the fun. Yeah, that sounds fun. I would break my head open. So this happened taking my dog for a hike. So I have two really bad knees, and so it's hard for me to do stuff. So there's no way you're going to get me on a scooter. But yeah, that should be fun. I remember when I had I'll get back to the noise thing. When I had a Samoyed, we got a sled harness for her and had her pull kids around on their sleds and tubes and stuff like that. So it was fun. Okay, so for noise, you want to start with the sound really soft, almost so that you can barely hear it because your dog can hear it. Your dog's hearing is better than yours is. So I like to use my phone, and I use the Pupford app. I use that with all my clients. So I will pick thunder. I get it down pretty low, and then I play the sound, and as long as the sound is playing, I drop treats. So one after another. The dog doesn't have to do anything. They just have to hear the sound, and it's drop, 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 drop. Then when the sound stops, the treats stop. So we're doing that classical conditioning that is scary sound equals treats. If the dog does well at that level, then I increase the volume a little. And for me, it's like 2 clicks on my phone. You can also use YouTube, and then just control the volume. Now, and I usually play each level several times, 3 to 5 times. So I'll play it, treat, 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 no treat. Play it again, treat, 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 sound stops, treat stop. I'll do that 3 to 5 times, and then I'll bump it up a little, 1 or 2 clicks. Now, if the dog cowers, barks, whines, wants to run away, anything that tells you that the dog is showing fear, then you want to back down on the volume. So, Shireen, it was actually your email to me today that prompted me to talk about sound desensitization. So, if you're like at this level and the dog barks or growls or whines or anything, becomes reactive or scared, then go back down a couple of clicks on your phone and go to that level, and then maybe just increase it one click instead of two clicks. So then you can very slowly increase the volume, and it's so gradual that your dog is able to handle it. We start with it like so quiet, and then a little bit louder, a little bit louder, a little bit louder. And then we can always, back off too if we need to, which is why I like doing this like before you actually need it, because you can't control the real volume of thunder. Once I get it up to full volume on my phone or my computer, then I will often pair it to a speaker, Bluetooth speaker, so that I can get it even louder, because I want to mimic like the volume that you would really get. So that's what I do. And then some other things that you can do, like during fireworks or during thunderstorms. Um, I like to have a really safe, comfortable place for my dogs. Hi, Lori. Um, so often it'll be their crate, the door's open so they can go in or out. But if we're having a big thunderstorm, which we've had like almost every single day this week, um, sorry, I'm writing down Lori's name. Um, so I'll have like, their crate or a dog bed, but then I give them some like a lick mat or something that they can lick, or a stuffed frozen Kong. And that way they can lick, and licking is very self-soothing for dogs. You can also do like, put on soft music. The CD through a dog's ear is really good. It's just soft, simple piano music. It helps dogs relax. When I had my dog Hallie, she hated thunder and fireworks, and so her safe place was my bed. So I would let her go on the bed. I had a CD player up there. I would just play that CD. So she's in her safe place. I would play that music. Um, so you can do that. You could play like a white noise machine. Now I add my diffuser. So I have a essential oil diffuser, and I will also turn that on, and I'll like put in lavender or calming or something like that. Um, so like I kind of just mix everything, like essential oils, soft music or noise machine, something to lick, like all of that. So yeah, try all that. But again, I would start now. Like, don't wait and start July 3rd, because you want to build up that volume and get your dog used to it. So, like now, all three of my dogs, we can actually be outside and hear thunder, and they'll stop and be like, "Oh, what was that?" But they don't bark. They don't try to jump the fence. Um, they don't do any of that stuff, just because like they're used to it now, and it's not a big deal. And I've associated it with good things. So it's like, oh, we hear thunder, we get a bully stick, or we get a lick mat, or we get, treats or something. So yes, try that. um oh, Brian, we are out and Peyton's still chasing a shrew. I love it. I was going to look up shrew and I never did. I had to do that tonight because I'm curious to see like their long nose. Um, and yes, like I said last week, I'm all for letting dogs um, be dogs. So if they like to chase, um, in fact, on a private Facebook group that I belong to, they were talking about like letting dogs be dogs, and there was a dog that was just like staring at a hole, and this was a gopher. I don't know. It was a vole gopher, could have been a shrew, something, and the dog was just staring, staring, staring. And then as soon as he saw like the little head, you could see him like shift back and then pounce and start digging. So it's actually really important um, to let dogs practice behaviors that they were originally bred to do. Like I let my dogs do it, but I'm not worried about them catching something and killing it or anything like that. So I actually like that Peyton is chasing a shrew. I think that's adorable. I think, Brian, you should get a video of that and send it to me because I could use that in some of my classes to show people like this is what normal dog behavior looks like. Okay, let me get caught up on names. Julie, um, Elaine, Gildred. Let's see, I have the fireworks through a dog's ear, and I think it has helped prevent the pups from being fearful. Yeah. I mean it really does. And I have like all my puppy clients go through sound desensitization. Oh, the other thing I did with Hallie is I got her a thunder shirt. And I didn't know if they would work. I kind of thought this sounds ridiculous and I don't think it's going to work, but I'm going to try it, and it worked really well. Um, Again, I was doing it with in combo with other stuff. So, she was on the bed, had a thunder shirt on, playing through a dog's ear, and she was able to just like relax on the bed and go to sleep. Julie, it was thundering before my dogs barked once and got over it. Yeah. The thing with my dog Hallie, she's a dog fighting survivor, and she was in Virginia, chained to a wheel axle out in the woods. And so she would hear like thunder and lightning a lot and couldn't get away from it because she was chained. And so it was a real trigger for her, and she was terrified. But that's just because of her learning history. So I had my work cut out for me when she came to my house. So we had to do a lot of sound stuff, but it was great. Um, okay, Shireen, do you have any questions about the sound stuff? 'Cause I know that was one of your questions. Um, since nobody else, I'm Shireen, I did send you an email. Um, but I can talk about it here too. Oh, we do have a question. Okay, I'm going to answer that. How do I stop my 1-year-old dog from chasing my mom's cat that keeps staring him down until he chases him? When he catches him, he plays too rough with the cat. What? Okay, so the dog chases the cat. Now, it sounds from your question, it sounds like the cat is kind of antagonizing the dog, like staring him down until he chases him. And sometimes when dogs and cats play, it is really rough. To us, it looks really rough, but they might, bat each other. What I would say is when your dog is playing with the cat, is the cat able to escape? Like, can the cat like run up the stairs? Like, I have a baby gate going upstairs, so um my sometimes my dogs will chase the cat as well. Um and she'll just jump over the baby gate and go upstairs. Or she has a cat condo, where she can jump in there and the dogs can't get her. So the funny thing is if the cat stops running, the dogs stop chasing her. They just like the chase. They lay on the couch together, they lay on the dog bed together. Um, they don't really play, but it's all in the chase. So if the cat's like running, the dogs will chase, and then the cat will either stop and then the dog stop, or else she'll jump the baby gate and go upstairs. So as long as your dog's not hurting the cat, I would say it's okay. If the dog is playing too rough and the cat doesn't like it and can't get away, then what I would do is just like in a kind of a happy tone, I would say, "Oh, gotcha. We're gonna take a break," and then just take the dog off and maybe give him a 1 minute timeout, and then let him go and let like either go back and play or whatever. So I just kind of give him like a 1 minute timeout. I do this it's the same with when dogs play. So it's, we're going to play. If you start playing too rough, we're just going to say, like, "Oh, gotcha. We're going to take a break." Um, and then I'll do 1 minute timeout and then let him go back again. So, like that. Oh, Julie, that's a good question. What does it mean when the dog yawns or shakes like they're trying to shake water off? Those are called displacement signals. So if a dog yawns when they're not tired or shakes off when they're not wet, that's a displacement. Um, and so it can mean that it's basically stress or anxiety. So I always watch for those things. So if we're in a situation where the dog yawns, sniffs the ground, but there's no food on the ground, is shaking off. Now, today I was working with a dog and we were working in the rain. So it was raining and the dog shook off, but the dog was wet too. So in that case, it could have been both. It could have been stress, it could have been, rain. Um, so usually what I do is I move the dog further away from the stressor. So let's say the stressor or the trigger is another dog. So there's a dog over here, and then your dog yawns or shakes off. Then I usually say, "Oh, good shake off, good job. Let's," and then we move further away. So because the dog is making a choice, the dog could either react, lunge, bark, um, jump to the end of the leash, but instead the dog is like trying to calm himself and trying to calm the other dog, like, saying like, "Hey, I'm not a threat. I wish you could see my dog work." I had her with this dog tonight that I was working with, and when the dog was looking at her, like Jade was looking away, turning sideways, giving like all the beautiful body language that says like, "Hey, I'm not a threat. I am not going to hurt you." And they were able to meet and play after. This was our fourth session, and the dog was able to meet and play with Jade. But she gives all the really good body language. And so if the other dog were to yawn or shake, then I had the owners like praise him and take him further away. So the reward for trying to calm the environment rather than reacting is, I am going to move you further away from the trigger. And then we'll get closer again as you're comfortable. But the dog has total control over the environment. They get to decide whether to go closer or not. So many times, owners like try to go too fast and try to be like, "Oh, come on, let's just go say hi to this person. They're really nice." And the dog is terrified. Um, the other thing too is if I'm handling a dog, and let's say like I'm petting the dog or handling their ears or feet, if they start yawning or lip licking, kind of turning away, I will stop and give them a break because they could snap at me or bite or something like that. But instead, they're trying to calm themselves, the environment. Um, and so, to reward the dog for doing that, I stop and give them a break. And I just say, "Oh, good job. Okay, take a break." So I reward that behavior. And a lot of times I'll say, "Oh, good shake off, good sniffs or whatever." So yes, those are called displacement behaviors, and they're actually it does mean the dog's a little stressed, but they're choosing to do that rather than reacting. So I reward it. And I reward it with distance, and then I might even reward it with food at the end. Um, let's see. She doesn't seem to become anxious with weather, but the fireworks around here are loud and shakes the windows. Yeah, so I do the same thing. I was just using thunder as an example. Um, because sometimes thunder can like shake the house too. I don't know how you would duplicate that, but I would probably I would do the same thing. Where you just start with the fireworks really soft and then um, get louder, and then maybe if you know, like I know when fireworks are going to happen here, pretty much the whole month of July. Because we have Pioneer Day here in Utah, and July is like rodeo season up where I live. So when I know when I pretty much know also what time they're going to start, so I'll turn on the music, I'll get the lick mats ready. I just get ready and then try to keep the calm down. Yes, and use a Bluetooth speaker for sure. Um, let's see. The other question was when a dog is approaching that's not on leash, how do we move away with terrorizing my dog and the other dog thinks it's a chase? Okay, that's a great question too. This is what I do. Um, I do what's called a treat bomb. So I carry treats with me, especially if I'm working with a reactive dog. Um, where I live, everybody has a dog and multiple dogs, and everybody thinks that every other dog is friendly. They don't understand that some dogs are reactive. So even if you're walking and somebody, can't call their dog back and said, "Oh, my dog's friendly," and you can be like, "Yeah, but mine's not." I take a handful of treats and I chuck them at the other dog right in the face. Not to hurt him, but I want to like have him stop and be like, "Oh wow, it's raining hot dogs or raining chicken." Um, and I actually did this once. I had a client that there's a certain neighbor dog that would always come out and kind of like stalk them and then run up and bite. It was a healer, so it was like an ankle biter. And when we got to a certain point, she goes, "Oh, the dog's out. Let's turn around and go back the other way." And I said, "No, we're gonna walk. I want you to see that this works." So we kind of walked, and like her house was literally like kitty corner, and she wanted to turn around and go all the way back around the block. So what I did is I got ready. We started walking. I was between her and the healer, and as soon as the dog started running up towards us, I chucked a handful of treats and I hit the dog in the face, and the dog stopped and is like, "Oh wow, there's treats all over." And then the dog stopped and started eating the treats, and the client just said, "Okay, let's go," and then turned and went like right to her house. So let's say that you're by yourself. Let's use this little dog. So let's say you're walking your dog. So this will be me and my dog, and we're walking, and I see a loose dog running up towards us. I'll take a handful of treats, chuck them at the other dog, and then say, "Let's go." And then we turn and we go the other way and get away. So, and you have time to get away because the other dog is stopping to eat all the treats that you just threw. So, does that make sense? It works really well. Um, And then I always practice an upbeat, and you always want to make sure that you're calm and that your let's go is like happy. So it's like, oh, let's go. We're going this way. Come on. Because if you're like, oh crap, there's a dog, let's go, then your dog is going to sense, oh wow, something's wrong. Mom's really stressed. And then they may react or get nervous as well. So the more calm you can be, when I do reactive dog classes, hey Delia, um, when I do reactive dog classes, I actually have people practice this. So we practice, we don't use off leash dogs, we use dogs on leash, but I will actually have them walk towards each other and have this one throw treats at the other one and turn and go the other way, just so they practice it and it gets in their muscle memory. Then we do it again, and this person gets to throw the treats and then turn and go away. Um, so I would practice it on walks. If there's not really a dog, I would practice like, in your mind, say, oh, there's a dog. I'm going to grab some treats. You don't have to waste your treats, but you could practice like throwing, just don't let them go, and say, let's go, and turn and go the other way. Um, go the other way. And just do a happy, like, oh, let's go. And then you have time to get out. When I do treat bombs, I use a lot of treats because I want the other dog to be distracted for a while with the other treats. If you just throw like 3 or 4, then the dog's going to eat 3 treats and then be like, "Oh, I'm going to go see that dog." You want to keep them busy long enough for you to get away. Um, so yes, that's what I do. That's a great question, but that is a really good technique, and it works 95% of the time. Every once in a while, you'll get a dog that doesn't like treats. And so they're like, oh, yeah, I don't care about that. I want to go see the dog. If that happens, it's best to, like, tell the owner, hey, you got to get your dog. My dog's not friendly. If the dog does come up, try to be calm. That happened a few times when I was working with a reactive dog. The guy couldn't recall his dog. The dog came all the way up. And so I just stayed calm, and I'm like, okay, you guys just sniff. Everybody be calm. And I just kind of talked, be chill. It's all good. And they sniffed each other. And then the guy came up and got his dog, and it was good. Nothing bad happened. So the more calm that you can be, the better. So I had to do a dog intro Saturday with 2 dogs, and the one handler, the one owner is like really nervous. And as soon as her dog would like even like move forward, she would yank back, but like startled. And I said, just like be calm. And we don't want to make the leash suddenly tight and make your dog think that something's wrong. I used to be like that. And it took years for me to learn how to be calm. Mainly it was the more I learned about body language, the more it was just education, and now I can stay pretty calm. And yeah, it works really well. So okay. So let's do a drawing. Um Before we do that, I'm trying to decide whether to um do drawing first, or I'll do announcement first, and then we'll do a drawing. So, Pupford has decided to discontinue the lives. And I'm super bummed because I love, 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 love doing these, but they're not getting the interest that they were hoping for. And so they're going to discontinue them for a while. Whoever said, hey, hope not late, No, I haven't done the drawing yet. Oh, Maria, let me get you in. So I actually asked if I could do one more, which is tonight, just so I could say goodbye to everybody because I just want you guys to know that I love doing these and I so appreciate you guys that come like every week and participate and join and ask really good questions. And so, oh, hi, Dylan, just in time. Dylan Younger. It doesn't mean they're gonna like strategize to see what else they can do to get people more engaged. Um, and I will still be, hi, Teresa. I will still be in the community answering questions. But we just won't be doing the lives. They may bring them back. Like they might decide that they bring them back. I don't know what has to happen um, for that. So yeah, and I mean, I can do them since I make my own schedule. Like I could do some during the day, and different days and different times, but usually people work, and so this is always worked out. But I will miss you guys too, like a lot. I hope you guys all. Most of you have my email. I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Again, please keep in touch with me. Let me know how your dogs. Oh, whoops! I just did it wrong. So yes, I asked if I could do one more and say goodbye to everybody, and they said, "Oh yes." Um, oh, and keep buying products from them. Like keep buying it. Um, like I'm still gonna be with Pupford. And I'm still gonna be on the Facebook, and I'm still gonna be answering questions. It's my socialization too because I'm not very social, and this like lets me talk about my favorite subject, which is dog training. And I have had so much fun getting to know you guys, and I consider all of you my friends. And it's been fun like learning about your dogs and everything like that. So I really hope that they will start him again sometime in the future. um but yeah. So thank you. I mean, I told him, I says, I'm sorry I'm not as popular as Zach George, because when he does lives, there's like hundreds of people that join. They said it has nothing to do with that. It's just they're just not getting like the interest and stuff. Um, but for me, it was like awesome having you guys join every week and supporting this. So thank you so much. And please keep in touch. So that I know how you're doing, and I'm gonna miss you guys. But again, I will be in the chat, and I think if you have a question that somebody isn't specifically answering, I think if you just put like Tracy Matson, SON, and my name should pop up. It will flag me so then I can go um, and answer your question. So you can always do that. And you can always email me if you have questions. Um, if you need any of the handouts that we've talked about over the last little while, I'm happy to send them to you. So, yes, I will still be involved with Pupford. I love that company. That's the only treats I use. I still buy all their, I'll put the email in again. Um, Tracy at Pupford.com. Um, so, um, yes, still please support them. They're a great company. I love their treat. I love all their products. And, so they're just kind of doing some re-strategizing right now, and hopefully they bring them back. I hope they bring them back because I love doing these. We just have to figure out how to get more people. Like I mean, I like smaller groups because I'm kind of introvert, and like really big groups give me anxiety. So this has been perfect for me. But I get like they're running a company and they want to get like more people engaged. So I totally get it and I support them. So anyway, that's the big announcements. Just I wanted to say goodbye and not just disappear and have everybody wonder like where we went. And I didn't want to ghost you guys because I have had so much fun getting to know you. So yes, I don't like ghosting people. So that is why I wanted to do one more and make the announcement. So let me let me put these in a bowl really quick. If anybody has any last minute questions, please put them in the chat and I would love to answer them. Um, oh, and thank you. I try to be like real and sincere. Sometimes it's chaos here because, I have 3 dogs and a cat, and mostly sometimes I have puppies here. So, I mean, you get the real deal. Um, oh, thank you for sharing it. They said, I don't know why it's not showing up. Yes, so it's Tracy with an I at Pupford.com. And then if you're in the 30 days perfect pup, if you just do like Tracy Matson, it tags me, and then I can answer your questions. Or you can just email me through Pupford. Okay. So the last winner of our live Q&A. Oh, what should we give away? What do you guys want tonight? We could do a bag of treats. I'll just do we'll do a bag of training treats because they do have some new ones. Um oh, Jade, you guys want Jade? She did so good tonight that I couldn't give her away, but there are some days when I'd be like, take her. No, not really. I love her. She's such a good dog, but she's got a lot of energy and sometimes she can be naughty. So, okay, so we're gonna do a bag of treats, and then you can pick what kind you want. So you get to pick your flavor. You're gonna email hello@pupford.com. Hopefully this is showing up. That's who you're gonna email when you win. Willie, oh, you guys, I gotta show you. It's been fun having you guys come into my home and even like meet my dog. See, there's little Willie right now. It's raining here, so that's why the dogs are inside and they're just Maddie and Jade are over there hanging out. So okay, let me draw. So our winner tonight is Nicole Robertson from Oklahoma. So Nicole's been here since almost the beginning. So Nicole, congratulations. And you can email Pupford and let them know what kind of training treats you want. So congratulations. So yes, it's been such a joy. I love doing these. And I'm going to miss you guys, but please keep in touch. And hopefully, if they bring these back, I will see you guys again. And have a great week. And I'll see you in the Facebook community. Okay. Good night, you guys.